everybody. This is Royal. I came here tonight, man, expecting great things, and it was an amazing turnout. Just a lot of things that I learned from my table tonight, different cultures, different understandings, different backgrounds. I was able to speak with Sharon, David, Robert, and it was just a lot of things that even as a black man, I didn't understand from a white perspective, and even just them having to deal with their grandparents or things like that they had to learn growing up and how it impacted them, and vice versa. I was actually able to share my heart, even with some police officers. I was able to share my heart with them, and they had no idea that racism and prejudice still went on in Rowlett, and they understand that the now generation is not afraid to speak up. And that was one of the biggest takeaways from tonight, and we all decided, well, where do we go from here? Where do we go now? And it's basically starting with yourself, taking self-examining yourself and taking responsibility for your heart and what you think, and being able to start those conversations within your community, within your family.
Man, I really enjoyed this event tonight, man. It was an opportunity for people of all walks of life, all colors, races, so forth and so on, to have some serious, honest conversation about racial bias. And the biggest thing that really got me at the table is that we all came from different walks of life and acknowledged that there were some things that have gone on in our past generations that have tried to creep up through ours that we were determined to stop because of what Christ has done for us. We all had grace for each other at the table, and one thing that really stood out to me was that at the table we all said that our pastors have been sparking up the conversations and stirring up something within us to cause us to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. And we are all hungry for more, looking forward to the next conversation and being able to break up that ground so that we can be filled with the grace of Christ and make a difference now and for generations to come. Looking forward to it. Thanks.
Great time tonight. We had an opportunity to come in and actually just have a conversation about how we as Christians, how we move forward and actually start the reconciliation process. Tonight, we're overwhelmed with the discussions, but we had several tables and different backgrounds, different churches, different things, and we actually came together as one body working on the issue that deals with race reconciliation. I'm a firm believer that this is a starting process of what the church should do to lead America back to the reconciliation that we need to have.
Learning to sit, when you sit down with somebody and you learn their story beforehand, of where they come from, how they were raised, some of the stuff that they've gone through, then you can actually have a conversation after that. When you talk about racism, when you talk about equality, and you talk about the difficult times that we're going through as a whole world. You know, it's not just happening in our nation; it's happening all around the world. Yeah.
And I think that mixing everyone together, you get the opportunity to be with someone who's totally different than you are, and that's where the conversation starts. It starts from finding someone that's different than you, and using the love that God places in us to love people and come to an understanding that in the end we're all the same. We're all God's people, and He loves us just the same no matter who we are.
So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that put this event together. It was an amazing event, and we look forward to doing more. Thank you.